We're back, people, and today we're going to film on Kader Kohou, Miami Dolphins corner, and he returned to the nickel back in this Patriots game because they had Ramsey on the outside, Eli Apple, and now with Ramsey and Howard both back, he'll be in the nickel full time again, and he was just instantly better right away. Like, playing on the outside was not for him. He did have tough matchups, like the two times he really struggled on the outside, he was covering Stephon Diggs and A.J. Brown pretty much the entirety of those games, top receivers in the game. But he returns pretty much every game he's played and started in the nickel or played majority of his snaps there. I would say he played at least above average. Here, another good game versus the Patriots. Stopping these plays down the flat are a specialty of his. Broke this down in the defensive film video. But just, getting downhill, tackling, good angles to the point of attack, breaks down. He recognized these plays so fast. He's a very intelligent football player. And, ever since, he joined the team as an undrafted free agent, he was kind of like the surprise player last year. And last year, I feel like he was the best corner on the team with Howard playing injured for a majority of the year. And this year has had some struggles on the outside, but not really in his best fit. And I feel like, having all these guys back healthy is really going to help out Kohou and take his game back to the level that it was, because he's been pretty good when he's played down in the slot. Dolphins haven't run a ton of, man this season, but when they get down in the red zone, they are definitely comfortable running some, press man stuff. They haven't really allowed Kohou to do this. But clearly, if you watch the Dolphins last season, they run, a ton of cover 1, cover 0. And Kohou got to play a lot of man-to-man. Did it last season, so I was very comfortable with him in this area. This is a good, rookie receiver who's been very explosive, tough to cover. And he matches this, runs the route for him. This is beautiful press man technique. Look how he stays square patient. He inches back. Guy gets to the outside. He gets that left hand. He gives a little fake with the right one, but you want to get that left hand to left shoulder so you can unlock your hips there. Now you're just reading the leverage of this receiver, and he breaks the corner on this, and he undercuts it. Jones is basically forced to throw it out of bounds because Kohou ran that route to perfection. I'm very comfortable with him playing man-to-man. Dolphins don't do it a ton, but he's definitely something he's very capable of. Pretty versatile, too, because he can play zone and be solid there. It's just you don't want him doing that as much on the outside, playing as a deep vertical guy. But he matches this up to perfection. That's very, very, very good technique. Then a couple plays later, you get to see Kohou make another nice play, just being instinctive. The Dolphins are playing man-to-man, but he doesn't end up with a guy to cover on this rollout to his side, 3rd and 3 situation. And he just, this is just pure instincts. When this type of stuff happens, you realize, you see, okay, Juju gets taken by Eli Apple, everyone else rolling out, he has him. The running back, he was going to take him, but the linebacker gets out there in time. So Kohou just sits in the lane right here. He knows he can sit right here at the goal line and get down and make the tackle if Jones decides to run, but also he can get in a way of a throwing lane, because this is most likely where he's going to try to throw it and then get up, knock the ball down. That's just a smart heads-up football play by Kohou, and he just gets to really showcase his full strength and skill set playing down as the nickel. 3rd and 10 situation, Kohou doesn't get targeted on this play, but I like how they distribute this. He's faking a blitz pre-snap and just matching up the slot receiver, Demario Douglas, who was clearly the guy they were most worried about because they doubled him a couple times in this game. And I think he's he's the most explosive Patriots wide receiver. Here he does a good job. I like the disguise here pre-snap, and then find the guy who's going to become number 2, get down into the flat, and he just reads it, stays patient, stays square. Guy gives him all this work to the inside. See how he shifts his whole body weight here. He gets his eyes, head, everything going to the inside, and Kohou doesn't really move for it at all. Barely a subtle match, and then get to the outside. That throw never has a chance. They throw it over in the middle. Everybody just distributes the routes here very nicely. Good. This just is a much better fit for the defense. The nickel is a very important spot in the Fangio defense, and having him there and having Needham back healthy too, it gives you 2 guys who can easily both be very good nickel options, and then one of them can play the dime. Kohou will play the nickel. Needham, as he's getting up to speed, I think can play the dime, and then possibly play even more snaps in other positions as well once he's getting back up to 100%. But I really like the future of this Miami Dolphins secondary. Kohou has been really good when blitzing this season. He made some of the biggest plays of the year when blitzing in those games as the nickel. He did it versus the Eagles. It wasn't blitzing from the nickel, but it was kind of, similar thing, getting him down near the line of scrimmage. He forced that pick 6. He had that big sack against Justin Herbert that changed the momentum of the game in week 1. Another couple plays. Here he doesn't get the sack, but he does a good job of forcing Mac Jones to step up into Bradley Chubb, and then he gets the sack. So just bringing these types of looks, especially when they're doing this stuff off play action, get the running back to has to, instantly come off, get the nickel. Love the disguise of all this stuff pre-snap, the way they've used the linebackers. The Dolphins are very successful at this just because I think all the players are really good at it. Like, Kohou's very comfortable in this scenario. He's made a couple big plays. He had one against the Giants or Panthers as well. I think, it was the Giants, yeah. And then I think Long and Baker are very good blitzers. That's like probably what they're best at as linebackers. So Dolphins do a very good job when Fangio schemes this stuff up, bringing that pressure. They don't do it a ton, but they do it enough to where it can throw offenses off. And I'm excited to see how it works the rest of the season and how this defense evolves with everyone coming back healthy, because this is like the healthiest the defense has been all season long. And Kohou can match vertically in the slot. I feel more comfortable with him matching down here on these slot fades against guys who just aren't as explosive, because when he's had to play on the outside, like, it's not like he's in like a terrible position. Like, he got beat on by AJ Brown deep in that final play, and AJ Brown's one of the top receivers in the league right now, playing like a top 3 guy, and it's just those guys are so explosive. But here he gets to be down in slot versus a guy like Juju, who's not as explosive, and he can easily match these guys vertically. He has good technique. He can open up. He's very fluid, quick twitch type guy down in the slot, and then he has enough speed to match these types of guys vertically, or, you know, whether it's a bigger, slower guy or a guy who's a little smaller and shiftier like Demario Douglas, because he has that type of skill set too, and it just fits his play much better. Stays in phase here too, and this never really has a chance. Even though they're playing single high, Dolphins are, you know, in a variation of like their 3 match work that they do, and he's just carrying 2. He matches 2 if he's seam flat, and here he's on the slot fade, so he just carries that and stays right in the hip pocket. Kohou not allowing any separation on that play. Last play that I'm going to break down, when the Dolphins did go base, they did bump Kohou to the outside earlier in the game, and then at the end of the game here, they were playing nickel, but Ramsey didn't play like the final 4 plays, I believe. They took him out of the game when the game was basically over. They allowed Needham to play in the slot and Apple to the outside, and it's not like Kohou can't play outside. Like, he still has pretty good reps when playing on the outside. Even against some of the better receivers, he had some solid reps. It's just you don't want him out there full time against these guys, and he didn't get very much help either. But I do much prefer him down as the nickel guy. And here, you know, you get to see him on the outside. Dolphins rotating into a cover 3, and he's to the 1 receiver side with the running back 2 leaking out in the flat. But he just sees number 1 sit on like a curl here, and he's reading Mac Jones, sees that he's like hitting his back foot right here, ready to throw it. He sees it, just gets downhill, wraps up Gesicki very nicely, limit the yak opportunities late in the game. That's just all you want to do. Keep everything in front of you, play top down, you know, get in tight there too. You don't want to give up too much separation, but you'll definitely take that on a 2nd and 10 situation. Just give up easy 5 yards, nothing allowed after the catch. Versus Gesicki, you know, not really threatened by Mike after the catch either, but he wraps. I mean, Mike's still a pretty big guy, and for Kohou not being that big, he definitely gets a nice hit on him, nice technique, drive him back. Gets a little help from I think Elliott too, but yeah, really impressed with what I've seen from Kader Kohou down as like the nickel guy again. That's where he needs to be full time, and I think that just getting everyone back healthy just makes the whole secondary so much better, because it's not just like you're getting that player back, you're also getting Kohou back in his natural spot, which helps so much. And I think that with the front 7 playing at their highest level, because everyone up front is getting work in, like Wilkins, Chubb, Sealer, Phillips is back and now playing at fully healthy. AVG has had some big moments this season. I think David Long is playing the best football I've seen him play in a very long time. He's playing at a very, very high level. I think Baker has been playing a little more consistent. Would like to see still some more out of him, but he's been at least doing his job, at least the bare minimum. Would like to see, you know, some bigger time plays from him, which I think he has the capability, but he's doing enough, and I think that's all you can need right now from your front 7. Everyone stepping up, and then with the secondary, you got guys with Holland and Howard coming back, which I think Howard playing with Ramsey only makes him better. Howard's always been better with another great corner on the other side. It just makes Kohou better down in the slot, and then Holland and Elliott I think have been one of the better safety duos in the league this season. So very excited to see this defense in action versus Kansas City. I'll do some previews probably on Saturday. So if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.